What are you doing? What are you up to? Good girl. Well, today we're going to be looking at one of the new Action Men that's come out. So recently released. Unfortunately, it's taken me about a month to get hold of this one, but recently released. They've redone the Action Men, but this time with a new super articulated body. So we're going to have a look at him. You stand down. Stand down there, buddy. So in the box, the face looks good. It looks like he's in a nice sort of fairly modernish military uniform, but I went with this one. There is a like Marine Ops and a Action Soldier, but they're in very modern sort of digital camouflage, which I'm not a great fan of, so I went with this one. So he's in. There was sort of an original Action Man one like this. You used to get a basic soldier in a jumper, but this is based on the modern jumper that soldiers wear, not the 1970s one. So he's got like a bit of a polo neck going on. So this is the Officer Cadet, ages 3 and up, and I say it tells you about the new articulation, and then it shows the different versions you can get. And then Action Man, Officer Cadet, Action Man, the movable action figure. So this is collection of 7, features Soldier, Pilot, Officer Cadet, Marine, with deluxe editions of the Soldier, Freeze Force and Special Ops. So each edition comes with a highly articulated figure with 30 points of articulation, which we will count. The distinctive Action Man scar, like he got bored. With detailed uniforms, a new life-size version of the dog tag. That's good. Will they be in there? I've heard horror stories about things missing in the boxes, like no one seems to have got a belt, which is just, it's wrong. Don't advertise stuff, especially the price point on these is super high. So these basic figures, where you don't get any sort of accessories as such, the retail on them is $26.99, which I think is about a tenner too high. These should be about the 15-16 quid mark tops, but it might be that the body is just amazing and we rethink it. The deluxe editions are $37.99, which is just getting mad for Action Men like this. You could probably get a vintage, well, you could get a vintage one for less than that. But let's get them out of the box and we'll have a look. Okay, so we're going to open them up. There's tape. There is tape. Find my knife. Yes, we do. Quite a big bit of tape, really. It really doesn't want to open. There we go. So I think they're lying about life-size dog tags as well, unless it's behind him. If the life-size dog tags are not in there, then this is shockingly bad on the part of the producers. Let's have a look. He's got a load of let's find a knife. Yeah, so there's no dog tags in there. I did say that on the back, didn't it? Let's have a look. Think of Action Man Sky with detailed uniforms and a new life-size version of the dog tags. Nope. Hasbro, yeah, lying company. So there's no belt, no dog tags. So what are they playing at? So let's have a look. So you get a nice figure. He's quite loose. The hands are not gripping either, they're solid. I got a feeling he won't be able to carry much. Let's have a go. So I got an old Action Man rifle. I mean, solid hands are not bad because the original Action Man had it, but if in this position, solid hands, yep, absolutely useless. Oh god, they're not going to last 5 minutes. So he can hold stuff. Let's move that up a bit. So he can hold stuff, but that's really tight. And I don't even think it's because they're cold or anything. I think they are solid plastic. Why would you do that? So you get the dog tags you got in the old version of Action Man. Did I mean, where's that box again? No, it says new life-sized. So do they mean life-size as in scale to size to fit him? It's really shockingly bad, Hasbro. What are you doing? Let's have a look. Let's compare him to classic Action Man. So it looks like it's the same size. He stands. Looks like he stands the same size, which is good. The uniform is nicely done. It looks good. Softish boots. What we're going to do is I'm going to take the clothes off of this one. We'll have a look at the body, the clothes separately. We'll see if we can count those 30 points of articulation. Okay, so I've got his clothes off. So another issue. I've not tried to take the head off. I might give that a go. The dog tags don't go over the head, and also the dog tag joiner isn't a joiner. It's solid. You could force it open, whether you'd get back. So he's stuck with dog tags on unless the head comes off, and I don't want to force it. What is going on with this figure? So joint wise, you've got a ball jointed neck. Very nice, long neck. But I suppose for some uniforms you'll need that. Quite a nice sculpt on it. Does he look like... Oh, Action Man, you fool. Does he look like... Hold on. There we go. Action camera. So he's slightly thinner faced than classic Action Man, but it is a painted head one. His eyes are slightly bulging. I don't know if you can see it. The way they've moulded it. He has got a bit of a bulging eye, but that's good. Plus point. The body looks super cheap. The joints are all made of horrible, cheap feeling plastic. I'm not entirely sure. Given if a kid was playing with this, I reckon it would break really quickly. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're going to count that as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 tops. Where's the other 7 joints then? So, am I missing anything? I don't know how they're going to get 7 more, unless they're counting that as 2 joints. As in 1, 2. Even that wouldn't make sense. So you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. See, that doesn't count. So I think Hasbro, you need to shoot or sack the person doing your boxes, because you can't promise things that you're not going to deliver on. What am I saying? Hasbro always promise on what they don't deliver. Hello, HasLab. So there's not, from any sort of sensible counting, there's not 30 points of articulation. There's no belt and there's no full-size dog tags, but that could be just really crappy copy describing these. But again, I mean, your marketing department, wow. So I was so looking forward to being impressed by this figure. So good points. The face is really nice, the head, and it's movable. The clothing is okay, as you would expect, because it's pretty much, a lot of the stuff is the same as last time, so you know, it looks good. Bad points are the plastic feels cheap as anything. It's not very well heat welded together. There's flash everywhere on the joints. The dog tags are wrong or missing. The articulation count is wrong. The included list is wrong. You don't get a belt. And for $26.99, I'm so disappointed. Look at that. Look at the gaps in it. And they've had so long to get this right after the last figures, which do you know what? I think I preferred the last figures, even with their little short arms. This is, because this, I don't even know if this is a body made by Action Man. Does anyone out there know whether this is like a body from one of the other figures, like is it the core, something like that? I suppose if you were looking to just display your classic uniforms, we'll try a classic uniform on in a minute and see if he fits, but if you're looking to just display your classic uniforms, they might be good, but at the price point you could get some beta figures, you know, original ones, refurb them for the same cost, especially when you figure in the hands are as useless really as those flippers from last time. I wonder, you could probably replace the hands, but you shouldn't really have to. I mean, yeah. Okay, let's put him in a classic uniform and see if at least he can wear those. Okay, so some good and bad points. So the uniform jackets fit really nicely. They do up. They're not too baggy. Classic hats and helmets will fit. Quite a nice size, so that's good. The problem is when we get to the trousers. So the legs on this figure are markedly longer than a classic Action Man leg. So he's wearing sort of half-mast trousers. Not so bad if you've got long boots on the thing, but if you've got, say it's an officer's uniform, it's going to look really silly. And couple that with the fact that his waist is markedly smaller. So, I mean, ironically, he needs a belt. It's a shame we didn't get one. So you're going to have problems with some uniforms. So the one purpose that might be good for these, which is using them to display old uniforms, isn't going to work without a lot of fiddling about, because his legs are too long, his waist is too short. That's not good, is it? Let's compare him to, so you can see, hip to hip. Look at that. Hip to hip. His leg is so much longer. He's actually a taller figure, isn't he? Let's put him on the floor. Yeah, so he's a good 3/4 of an inch taller than a classic Action Man body. Okay, let's dress him back up and we'll come to a conclusion. Okay, so summing up, how would you sum up this figure? I think the bad points outweigh the good points on him. The other issue I had when I was dressing them, that I didn't put their relative boots on, so new Action Man's feet are markedly smaller than classic Action Man, so classic Action Man boots rattle about, and the new boots won't fit on classic, so that's another, if you're looking to dress them up, that's something else to bear in mind. So the only real use for this figure other than as its main point, which is a toy, but I think it will break. The main use for this figure is to display it as is. So if you're a box display person, that's fine, they look good in their boxes. This uniform set is actually quite nice. It's a shame they completely lie in about what you get in the figure, but you know, you can probably get an Action Man belt to use. So displaying him like that, he'll look good on a shelf. He does look good. But everything else, he's 4F, isn't he? He wouldn't get called up. He can't grip anything. He can't wear classic uniforms very well. He looks horribly brittle. So I don't know what to say about this figure, to be honest, because I can't recommend it. It's also horribly overpriced. If this was a tenner, I'd go, yeah, okay, nice budget figure. You know, you put up with it. For $26.99 to not get what's advertised, and with such shoddy build quality, all those gaps, you can't blame Hasbro for not fitting old uniforms, because that's not what he's made for. But you'd think they would have looked at that as a possibility. I'm staggered that they let this go out as it is. Was this a rush job for the Christmas market or something? You know, are the next ones? Because the trouble is as well, the ones they released are basically reissues of the uniforms from the last set. They're not very imaginative uniforms. If they'd have done them and it was like World War II stuff, or, you know, historic, you might be able to justify it because you're buying a complete figure. You're not going to dress it in anything else. You're going to display it, possibly. But $26.99, you don't even get a sticker for the cap badge. You don't get the belt that's advertised. No weaponry, dog tags that you can't take off. I suppose kids at least won't lose them. It's not good, is it? It's not good, Hasbro. But yeah, if you see these, I'd say this would be my advice. Hold off. Don't buy them now. I'm not going to get any more of these until you sort of see them in B&M for a tenner, and then I might pick some of them up. But otherwise, if you're just curious as to what they like, hopefully this video will have helped you a bit. But spend the $26.99 on some classic stuff. You know, support the secondary market, because yeah, there's going to be a lot of disappointed kids at Christmas, I think, and a lot of disappointed older kids like myself. It's such a shame. I was really looking. They turned up this morning, and I've been sort of working all day, and I thought, oh, I can't wait to open and have a look. It's going to be amazing. Oh, Action Man, you've disappointed me. I'm not used to that. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been some use for you. Please like and subscribe if you can. We have a Patreon site now if you want to help the channel out that way. But otherwise, yeah, just thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks then. Bye.